Welcome to Black Girl Say Something, where this black girl has something to say. And this episode serves as a recap because on Friday we did post an episode to our YouTube. So I'll link that below. But it was such an eventful weekend. I went to go see Missy Elliott on Thursday, went to the concert, got a ticket, went by myself. A friend of mine, he asked me, he was like, who'd you go with? And I was like, I went by myself. Let me tell you something. I am in such an era of enjoying my own company and doing things that I want to do. Another friend of mine, she asked me, she called me and I'm like, hey girl, I'm at the concert. And she's like, wow, you just been going out and having a good time. And she's also in the middle of a divorce too. So I was like, yeah, I'm having fun. I don't think people understand the psychological hold that when I was in this marriage or when he was in the home, how he would stop me from going places and doing things on the strength of saying we don't have the money to do it. All the while, I was the one with the money. So I knew I had the money to do it. Or he didn't want to watch the kids, or there was just such a lack of support. And it wasn't just financial, it was in so many ways. Which leads me to my next point. My next point of support. Women who are supported by their partners have such a ease of certain things that they will go through in life. And I say that to say this. On Friday, I had the honor. I didn't post an episode because I was at the hospital. And not for me, but I had the honor to be with my friend as she delivered her baby, as she was in labor. Now, one of the many hats that I wear as a professional, I also am a breastfeeding peer counselor that is certified through WIC. So for me, I'm there because my friend wanted me to be there. But I also wanted to make sure that because my research is in maternal mortality, women and their life during pregnancy and during labor and delivery, I wanted to be there for her. And once she delivered, we got her to do the first latch. So breastfeeding, mommy and baby are doing well at breastfeeding. Baby girl was able to breastfeed 15 minutes on each breast. I mean, fresh out the womb. Like, she wasn't even like an hour out the womb and she was on the breast. And she delivered at 8:37. I can't remember what time I got there, but she was there all day. Active labor started at about maybe 7 o'clock. Full on active labor. And it was like, oh, we ready to go. Supportive. Her partner was supportive. Her mom was there. Another friend of hers was there. And her son. He's 12. And before she started to deliver, I was over there doing as I do with my doctorate in health science, teaching him about the labor and delivery process. We were looking at YouTube videos. I was explaining to him what the placenta is and centimeters. And, she ended up having to get oxygen, which is normal. It's standard procedure. And explaining those things to him. And kind of like as she was being coached by the nurses, I was coaching him. And it was just such an experience. And it was such an emotional time of good emotions. But women who are supported throughout their pregnancy can have such an ease in their labor. And I never recognized that, and I never knew, firsthand to experience that because I wasn't supported through my pregnancy. And I had very hard labors. Both of my labors were very hard. And it got me to thinking that to ever be in such a position, there has to be support. There's no way ever in my life that I would have more children. But to see her go through her labor, go through her delivery, even at the end of it all, for her to be like, that wasn't that bad. Yes, because you have had a supported pregnancy. And we were here to support you. and the doctors were amazing, and the nurses were amazing. And it's important to choose a facility that's progressive, because everything that they did was in the interest of her and what she wanted to do and the questions that they asked. And so just to be there, usually when I haven't helped a mom with breastfeeding in a while. I know people reach out to me all the time, but breastfeeding is one of those things, like if a mom doesn't know if she wants to do it before she has the baby and she's trying to do it after she has the baby, she gets discouraged. That's like the research. But the facility she chose was, we had talked about the facility when she told me. She said she did the tour. She knew she wanted to breastfeed, so we talked about pumps. I just have been there along the way. And so I'm like, we had a baby, but, she had the baby. But it's interesting because she just kept me in the loop every step of the way, and I'm appreciative of that. And she didn't have to. And I just love the fact that where she is in life, to be able to have a baby and bring a baby in the world is such a beautiful thing, and I can't even talk about it enough because I'm getting overwhelmed with emotions. But it was just an amazing experience to be able to experience with her. I'm honored. I want to dedicate this episode to her and her baby girl. At this point, baby girl is now 3 days old. Yeah, she's 3 days old. And her and mom are doing amazing. Breastfeeding is going well. I actually am going to see her again today because they've been home since Sunday. And it brings me such peace and such joy to just see a Black woman being loved, being supported, being all of the things that society would have us believe that Black women don't deserve, which is so strange because it's like, we're just girls, we're just women, we don't have to be strong and independent and, have this struggle love mindset. And even in my reading the other day, it was like, love is something that is practiced. Love is something that is taught. And if it's not practiced and taught, if we don't get it as children, then we become leery of it. Like, we don't believe that we deserve it. And it's just, I'm learning. I am learning to see, I'm learning through other people's experiences, through other people's good experiences. Because I've learned so much through other people's bad experiences. And I've learned so much through my own bad experiences. But I'm learning to see people's good experiences and know that is possible, that it is possible. I am able and I am capable of having the things that I want. It is not out of reach. It is not impossible. And to be quite honest with you, I don't know if I've said this on previous episodes, but I said this in a TikTok video because a woman did pose a question. Single moms, she didn't pose a question. She pretty much made a statement. And I piggybacked off of that statement to where it's, as a single mom, I'm choosing to honestly stay single until my children are grown. I think I spent so much time in my marriage, being a wife and not necessarily being a mother, and begging the other parent to be a parent and not being a mother, that, my daughter is entering into high school when school starts back. That's 4 years of making sure I pour into her before she becomes an adult, right? And even when she becomes an adult, I'm always going to be her parent until my last breath on earth. So for that, I just want to focus on being a parent and being there for my children. I don't have it in me to focus on a relationship right now. I want to cultivate my friendships and focus on being a parent, focus on being a mom, pouring into my children. That's what I want to do. I don't think I have the space or the capacity especially in my healing journey. I'm enjoying having so much fun by myself. I mean, I was so tired on Saturday. I slept until like 1 o'clock and I had to go out to lunch with a friend at 2. So yeah, I was so tired because I went to the Missy Elliott concert. After the concert, I had to make a run. First of all, I lost my car in the parking lot, but that's another story for another time. And considering that I have a Tesla and Apple Maps and all of that, my sisters were able to like do the Find My Location to help me find my car. But after the concert, had a run to make and then got home pretty late, which was practically, Friday morning. Slept until my friend was letting me know the update. She's at the hospital. Her mom was updating me. Once they told me they was going to break her water, I head over there. And it was about a 45-minute drive because she doesn't live close, but she did have her baby 30 minutes from where she lives, and they induced her and everything. And so, peace and blessings to her baby girl, her family, her home. Her delivery was safe, so my prayers were answered. And to anyone that's out there that's listening to this, if this resonated with you, I want you to know that whatever you want, you can have. You're not asking for too much. Stay strong on your boundaries. Keep the boundary. I have plenty of episodes where I'm talking about keeping your boundaries. Know what you want. Go for it. Know what you want. It will come to you. Affirm yourself. Believe in yourself. And share this episode with at least one person. Remember, you can tune into Black Girl Say Something every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wherever you listen to podcasts. Also, I'll link in the description of this episode. There'll be a few links. Click on them. Interact with them, if you will. It's appreciated. Follow us on TikTok. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube. And we do have subscriber-only episodes that you can listen to for a small subscription fee. Thank you for listening.